Dome in New Orleans. The National Football League.
From his Bulls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap. Between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into pass in the running game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From midfield, here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flushed out right. To a hit, and the ball is out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second and 8. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
2 and now on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Touchdown! Will Fuller, 34 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, sliding out of the pocket. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Following the interception, Winston looking long for Thomas, and that's caught inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Tua, a final shot before half. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well. We'll turn it back over.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now Winston. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Tua going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Carter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Tua. Finding Gaskin underneath. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Phillip Lindsay, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though. Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Pass incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 2nd and a couple. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he's able to get the 3-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Sanders on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Tua now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Lindsey is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they've faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
This is it.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Waddle, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
As we say so long from New Orleans.